Guys, welcome to the new weekly outlook for the financial markets. This week is gonna be packed with the news. Monday we don't have any news, it's newsless Monday, but we need to be extra careful because it is the day prior the CPI news. On Tuesday we have those CPI news, but we are trading the New York Open, so we are not affected by those news. The price action should be good because the liquidity will be injected into the markets. On Wednesday we also have the red folder news, and Thursday we are also trading after the New York Open, so we are not affected by those. And on Friday it's newsless Friday, but we are trading on the equities open volatility. So I think the week should be good because of the CPI injection. It's also early in the week, so the market will not be anticipating until the second half of the week, like with the NFP and other red folder news. I will maybe even skip the Monday completely just because of those two nonsense. It's newsless Monday, the week just opened up, the CPI is upcoming, and the week is too young, yeah. Nothing to push. Only if the price action is really clean, then I will play it. So let's continue with the outlook. We are starting with the BTC today and other cryptos. So far we have this monthly breakaway gap. We are kind of respecting it, but the problem is that on the lower time frames we are not aligned. So on the monthly we have the monthly push context, internal range liquidity towards the external range liquidity on the monthly. This is our context for shorts. But on the lower time frames they don't agree for the shorts yet because the previous week high is getting ran, which means that the next candle should be continuation to the upper side towards this weekly high. And also we are in a bullish order flow, no signs of order flow shifts to the lower side. And daily as well, we had this small daily FEG, this one, but it's a rejection one because of this third candle in the three candle formation, how it closed, and it's getting disrespected right now. This is small displacements from such a good and strong trend up, and I was not confident into this sort of flow shift. I will demand more bigger and stronger displacements to the lower side to play the monthly context for shorts. So if this daily FEG gets flipped, the next draw on liquidity will be at 83k on this swing high. And the last chance, we have still 20 days in the month, but if this monthly breakaway gets flipped, the next draw on liquidity will be this swing high, which is really obvious. Flip context, if this FEG fails, it will seek the liquidity that created that FEG, which is this one. So we'll see. Ethereum much weaker. It has those SMTs on the highs, but it's not agreed to the lower time frames, to the shorts, just like the BTC is. Solana is pumping, but on the monthly I think it's maybe drawing up to 107 to the monthly breakaway gap. Nothing, because this is basically range. I don't want to trade this at all. Aster called disaster because of the price action currently. Hype is strong, but it's starting to range a bit here. Weekly can still deliver two candle rejections toward this swing high, but right now we are sweeping the previous week high, which is the red flag. For the continuation, I would love to see closure above the previous week high, so the next weekly candle is expected then to continue higher towards the swing high, but this is not the case so far right now. On the daily it's a bit rangy right here. This daily FEG is still holding, but we didn't displace out of it, so it's lower probability. We have the previous day low sweep right now. If the lower time frames agree, we can eventually move towards the previous day high right there. We had the bullish confirmation, strong V-shape reversal. This is potential entry also, but yeah, I'm not trading on the weekends. Okay, let's go to the indices. They are in up only state. That's why they are the best assets to day trade, because they have built-in bullish bias, like you can see right now. The monthly is just sending higher, weekly as well, closing above the previous week high on both assets, which means that the next candle should be expected to be continuation. Daily, similar scenario. We are running the previous day highs. The next daily candle is expected to be continuation to the upper side. You can see that NQ is a bit stronger because of how this candle displays over this one. This is the candlestick logic and relative strength analysis. Basically, you can see it with your eyes only. On the 4 hour, we have these 4 hour breakaway gaps and FEGs. Right here, this is the one as well. We can eventually fill those and then continue higher once the market opens. And you can see on the lower time frames as well how the NQ is much stronger than the ES. You can see how the ES is sweeping this high while the NQ is running, which is actually creating the breakaway gap right there. So yeah, bullish on indices. Let's go over the commodities. They are in monthly consolidation, but bullish consolidation. They have that monthly breakaway gap that are still getting respected, but we are just shopping in a range between monthly and this swing high on both assets. It's range. I don't like to play ranges. I don't trade ranges because that's not suitable for my model. On the weekly, we can see that we have the SMT on the previous week low and that the silver is much stronger because it didn't have the weakness to go towards the previous week low like the gold did right there. And the weekly candle closed with the body above the previous week high, which means that the next weekly candle should be expansion, and I'm looking at this level as a first draw on liquidity, this swing high, while the gold is just sweeping the previous week high, like you can see right there. That means on the lower time frame it is also weaker. Let's see on the daily, we have the push context on both assets, daily internal towards the external, right here as well. We have the SMT fill right there, showing again that silver is much stronger. This daily breakaway gap is filled with this SMT because the correlated asset gold took that low. And yeah, I'm expecting previous day high to be tagged right away once the market opens up. For our, there are no opposing PD raise, it's flipped, we should continue to deliver higher if something doesn't crack up, pops up, if Trump doesn't say something, so we will see. And let's do the oil. It left the monthly breakaway gap, hidden breakaway gap, but it can actually be the fair value gap as well, right here. This gap is open, so this is the magnet for the price potential. If the lower time frames align, and they're starting to align, so I'm looking at this as a potential magnet in price. What's happening with the weekly? We're now in range. We eventually managed to close above the previous week low, so we swept that level, meaning that we traced back into the range. It saved itself from going further lower. But if you zoom in on the daily time frame, we have the daily internal towards the external range push context to the lower side, daily towards the external ranges and previous day low. And this context is aligning with the monthly context to draw into the FEG, so we might get some shorts on the oil as well. I'm looking to see this rejection low get flipped, and after that this is the confirmation. Once we get the FEG potentially somewhere around there, that can be a good short trade towards the externals of the range and towards the monthly FEG as well. So yeah guys, that will be it from this weekly outlook. Be safe and happy trading next week.